Hey everybody, I'm back for another round of Canje Plays, and today we're doing Arkham Horror, the Dunwich Legacy, continuing that wonderful, wonderful game. So, there's a lot of decisions that I had to make coming out of last one, and yeah, it was interesting, but along with Kate's help, I made some decisions for one of my characters. The other one, as I was shuffling through the deck, I saw something that I was like, ooh, I want that and I need to save for it. So if we can complete enough, I can get this thing that I want by just hanging on a little bit more to his experience points to build up enough to buy him. So we live. Hey. So, okay. We're going to be getting into Arkham Horror, the card game. This is the LCG, not the board game. And we're going to be playing, we're probably smack dab in the middle of the Dunwich Legacy cycle. Hey Kate, what's going on? We're smack dab in the middle of the Dunwich Legacy cycle, and this time we'll be running Blood on the Altar. So we will see what happens with that. I got a story for you to read. We've got some setup to do, and we're gonna try not to die, and Kate's gonna make sure that I don't mess up too much. So, okay. So let's get into it. Let's get some information, and we'll get down to the table, do a whole bunch of setup, and then we'll get spinning with this thing. Okay, Arkham Horror, the card game, Dunwich Legacy. The base Legacy game, which is the one that you see here, has been rated as an 8.5, which I think it deserves higher. The story's really engaging and fun. But what we have, and what Blood on the Altar is an upgrade or a Mythos pack in that cycle. So if you buy, and just to make sure I don't confuse people when they look at this and be like, oh, I need to buy that and I get all this cool stuff. No. Welcome to the life of LCG games, or living card games, where you will be paying money for the rest of your days. Basically, what you see here in this box that's shown above is for just the intro scenario. That's scenario 1A and 1B. That's it, right? Scenario 1 of the entire Dunwich Legacy cycle. What you have to do is you have to go out and you have to purchase Mythos packs, which Mythos packs adds to the story of the Dunwich Legacy cycle. And I believe that there are 5 or 6 stories in an entire cycle. So once I have the entire Dunwich Legacy cycle, but once we get done with that, then you go to the next cycle, which is a new telling, new story, new adventures, new everything. And you just kind of step through that as a campaign. So the plan here is I'm on scenario 4 of 6, I think. Might be more, but I think it's 6. Could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, this one comes with some. It's expanding the story. The first one we were invited to Miskatonic University because one of our friends said that his friends have gone missing and he needs help. We went searching for his friends in the university. One of his friends in the university in his office, and a monster attacked the lab. We killed the monster. But the professor was kidnapped. Then we found out that the other professor. Yep, the Lux's first 2 stories of the cycle, and there are 6 Mythos packs. Yep, 8 stories total. So then we find out that the other professor that we're looking for, which is a friend of his, is a gambler. So we go down to that hall, get followed around by some ruffians. Monsters attack the area. They get mad at us for it and say that they got a bone to pick with us. And then, but we kind of get out of that scenario, and we got out and we got away. From there, we went to the Miskatonic Museum, where we were going to try to find a Necronomicon. We went into the museum at night, got the guard to let us in, encountered a snake to where I made some mistakes, but the story continued. Mistakes, snake hiss. But the story continued on. We did okay. We got the Necronomicon. I burned it instead of keeping it, so I ignited it and burned it to nothing. Then from there, we got on the Essex County Express so we can head out of town to find some information in another town that laid over. And while we were doing that, the train was getting sucked into a black hole. There's troubles following us, and monsters attacking the train. but we were able to get some of the train and all of the passengers to safety and continue on to our location. And that's where we ended up with this lovely story of Blood on the Altar, picking up where that all leaves off. So let's get down to the table. I'll read the intro story, do the whole setup, and then we'll probably try not to die. Okay, so look at that. Simple card setup, right? This isn't setup at all. I just kind of laid it out so you can see everything, and then from there, I'll be able to talk to you and let you know what's going on, what needs to happen, what needs to move, that type of thing. But first, we're going to read through Blood on the Altar. Let me get my blind man glasses. And here we go. When you finally reach Dunwich, you are greeted by Zebulon Whatley and Earl Sawyer, another man from the village who had met with Dr. Armitage during the incident several months ago. Things ain't looking too good here, Earl tells you. Some folk up and went missing a few weeks. Gosh, I gotta do my country accent. Hold on. Things ain't looking too good here. Some folk up and went missing a few nights ago. Them will-o-wisps won't shut up. Don't know what you're doing here, but last time you Arkham folk came round, it was bad news. Very bad news. His eyes blink rapidly, and he coughs and looks away. Look, why don't you rest for the accents, it's killing me. Look, why don't you rest for the night and look for whatever it is you're looking for tomorrow? Zebulon chimes in, putting a wrinkled hand on your shoulder. You begin to protest, but your aching muscles and weary mind won't allow you to refuse. The elderly man offers to take you in for the night and drives you to his home at the outskirts of Dunwich village. The town is disheveled and eerie, and you find yourself wishing you hadn't come here at all. You fall asleep on the ride over and scarcely remember anything else from that night. When you awaken, you find that Zebulon's house is abandoned, and there is no sign of the elderly man or of Mr. Sawyer. Fearing the worst, you head into the village of Dunwich to investigate, hoping to find answers. That's right, enjoy my southern accent. Okay, so let's do setup from what we have here. Put the village common in the center. That's where we are. That's where we begin. Remove 2 copies of each one of these that you get, because this is replayability, right? There's 2 Bishop's Brook, 2 Burned Ruins, 2 Osborne's General Store, 2 Congressional Church, 2 House of Reeds, and 2 schoolhouses. So we're gonna live it by chance. I'm just gonna do this, because I don't know what's underneath them. I have not looked. We are brand new to this, and we will let fate do what fate do. We're gonna roll a die, and we're gonna call this odds or evens. So odds. So that one, we put this one to the side. We come to this one, we shuffle this up. We're gonna shuffle this one up right here, because I don't know what you're looking for. This time, odds or evens? Odds. Y'all can hear me okay though, right? I hope so. Alrighty. Odds or evens? Evens. Better than my attempt at the accent. I don't know what you're looking for. Odds? Just one even and the rest odds. Interesting. And that's why I'm shuffling up, so it doesn't just be a straight, you're not like, oh, you're stacking a deck, Canje, you're stacking a deck. Wow. Shall I let the fates fall where they may? Even. 2 evens, rest odds. Okay. So remove one of the 2 copies of each location from the game at random. Then choose one of the 6 remaining locations at random and remove it from the game as well. One of the 6 locations at random. There's only 5. Then choose one of the remaining locations at random and remove it from the game. One of the 6 remaining locations at random and remove it from the game. As well, putting the locations into play. See the next image. 2, 4, 6. That doesn't make sense. I don't have 6 cards. I have... Oh, Bishop's Brook. That's the 6. Okay, so I have 6 cards. So then it says, then choose one of the 6 remaining locations at random and remove it from the game as well. Putting locations into play. See the next page. One of the below locations will not be in play. Gotcha. I got it. I get it. So we're going to be missing on something. Something's not going to make it. So there's 6. D6, right? Let the fates decide. 4. 1, 2, 3. Bishop's Brook. You're out. And then we place the rest on the map. So we've got House on the Reeds. I gotta shuffle all these shenanigans. House on the Reeds. The Schoolhouse Rock. The Osborns. Bishop's Brook, which is gone. The Burned Ruins, and the Congressional Church. Okie dokie. That is our layout. And we're at the Village Commons. And after doing that, check the campaign log. Gather the cards for each character who was kidnapped. Okay, so that you all can see this. This is the campaign log, and I left up the notes so you can see who was kidnapped. By that, we have Professor Warren Rice was kidnapped. And we have Dr. Francis Morgan was kidnapped. So, Professor Rice and Dr. Francis Morgan was kidnapped. So, we do that. Form a face-down pile of the potential sacrifices, consisting of those cards, along with Zubalon Watley and Earl the Madman Sawyer. So, face down, we shuffle these up. That's the sacrifice deck. Ew. We'll put these. We'll put these over here as the sacrifice deck. Then it says, set the following cards aside, which should be this. Silas Bishop. He doesn't look too well. The Hidden Chamber. The Key to the Hidden Chamber. And the Powder of Ibn Ghazi. Ibn Ghazi. So set those off to the side, which I'll put over here. Check the campaign log. If the investigators were delayed, add a doom token. We were not. We succeeded. Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards to build the encounter deck. So this is the encounter deck. Let's get some shenanigans going. Just mad blind shuffling, folks. Mad blind shuffling. And we'll put you here. 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 And we will shuffle some more shenanigans. Yay. You know, the people who like shuffle like this and can do this, I tip my hat to you. I'm terrible at it. I don't know how to shuffle like that. I can shuffle like this and I can bend cards. That's my life. Those are the two things I can do well. Notice I didn't say board gaming. I just said shuffling. Alright, so build the encounter deck. And also it says, if O'Bannon's gang has a bone to pick with you, add them to this deck, which I did already. And you see the O'Bannon gang has a bone to pick with me. They have followed me to Dunwich Village, to which they want to punch me in the face. Alright. Boom! Made. Then it says, take the previously set aside hidden chamber and key to the chamber cards, along with the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Shuffle them and randomly deal 1 card face down underneath each location. Okay. Okay, so hidden card, that, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Flip them. Flip and flop them. And put them under locations. And randomly deal 1 card face down underneath each location in play except Village Common. Cool, 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 cool. Hey Hans, how's it going? Greetings. Almost bedtime. We just getting started. We're just getting started, Hans. That's my country. If I know you weren't here earlier, but reading the intro, I have to do a country accent. That was the best I could do. That's all I had on. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. And let's see, the hidden chamber. This scenario includes a single-sided location, the hidden chamber, which has been dealt face down underneath a random location. The hidden chamber only has a reveal side, so it has a revelation effect that puts it into play when drawn. When you put it into play, a single-sided location is put into play with its reveal side face up because it has no unrevealed side. Sure. Sure, dude. Sure. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's all the way over here. It's like I forgot a thing. I forgot the most important thing. The bag of doom. Sitting over on the floor. Okay. The bag of doom. And if you want to know, like when I pull from the bag, the coin casings that I use for the bag, it's in the description below. Tomorrow we'll receive the investigator deck for Apple Horn. Nice. Has Innsmouth released yet? Kate, do you know? I keep asking you that because I keep forgetting. Okay. So, let us begin! We have to shuffle these decks for Joe Diamond and Roland Banks. Draw 5 cards and go from there. So, we have to find out if where these people went and to help. Yep, I picked it up. I picked it up my copy last week, along with Arkham Horror. That just sounds like a game I need to play. Arkham Horror. Okay. So this is his deck all shuffled up. His Insight deck getting shuffled. And I'm putting it above because, you know, my big old head's in the way, so. I'll put it above here. And then Roland will get shuffled. Whenever I watch Dale play this game, like if I watch his playthroughs, he like does this thing where he shuffles like this, and it's all shuffle. I can't do that. Dale, I tip my hat to you. You are the man. I do not have the skill. Okay. Alright, so we draw up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And because, you know, Canje, they don't need any resources, do they? They don't need any of that to be able to do anything. Well, for my one-size-fits-all collector, I say that as Kate laughs at me. And draw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Joe has the old Book of Law. He has Library Assistant, which I'm pretty cool with her being out. Prepare for the worst. Emergency cache, not bad. Fingerprinting kit, so he's good for searching stuff. The old book of lore, it says I can exhaust old book of lore, choose and investigate your location. That investigator searches the top 3 cards of his or her deck, draws it, and remains shuffled. I like the lab assistant, the old book of lore. I like prepare for the worst. The fingerprint kit, meh. It'll give me 1 additional clue if I use it as an investigate action. And I get 3 resources to buy stuff. I'll keep it. I'll keep his deck. I'm not mad about it. Pictures in Discord? Okay, I'll check out the pictures once, I'll check out the pictures on there. Okay, so Roland Banks the Investigator has Taunt. Vicious Blow, this one's pretty cool. That's a skill. If the skill test is successful during an attack, that attack deals +1 damage. Evidence, which helps with him searching for clues. Dodge, definitely need that for jumping out of a monster's way. Guts, and that's it. I need him to have a weapon. So I'll keep Dodge. Vicious Blow. Fast play during your turn. Engage any number of monsters at your location. I could probably shuffle Taunt back. I'll keep Evidence. And I'll keep Guts. So I will mulligan 1 to get Unexpected Courage. Alright. And his insight is barricade the door. Hold the door. Is that too soon? Attached to your location. Non-elite monsters, enemies cannot move into attached location. Forced. When an investigator leaves attached location, discard bear. And it's free. It's a free insight to use. Okay. Who's going first? We don't care, but we need to search and find out what's going on in this town here. So this, from Village Commons, you can only get to Osborne's General Store, the schoolhouse, and that's it. It's the only place I can get to from here, so I can't go over here. And you know that because of the location here at the bottom. And you see it says, it's hard to prevent the impression of a faint, malign odor about the village streets as of the mass mold and decay of centuries. So we're there, so we flip it over. There's a shroud of 3, but there's no clues here. And we can come here and resign. This is suicide. We're better off hiding out the night. So we can, instead of searching, just come back there and use an action to resign. Okay. Still too soon, Canje. Still too soon. Alright, so we can only go over to these 2 locations to see what's there. So we're going to check out the Osborne's General Store. But before we do that, before, we are going to spend 2 to play the lab assistant, which says your maximum hand size is increased by 2 while checking your hand size during the upkeep phase. And it also has a thing that after lab assistant enters play, draw 2 cards. So boom, boom. So that's 1. I got the research assistant, which lets me get a tome, but I've already got the old tome in my hand. Or I've got higher education, which is this. So this card, thank you to Kate for helping me choose this card. This card here is an asset that says it's a permanent. So while you have 5 or more cards in your hand, higher education gains some extra stuff. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5. Now, my question of it all, and Kate, this is to you and people who might know, because I always get confused by this. But you see the symbol up here where the cost would be? What is the cost for that? Is it free? Ooh. Let's go to the book. Let's see. Because it's an asset to put down. Lost card. It starts the game in play and does not count against your deck size. Oh, it starts the game in play. Cool. Well, boom. 2. That'll work. And then 3, we'll have Joe move. And Joe's going to go to the general store. So we flip the general store. It says, why is the writing so tiny? From the air of hushed fright at Osborne's store, they knew something hideous had happened. So we flip it over. Spend 1 resource, search the top 3 cards of your deck for an item card and add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. Or, if there are no clues here, draw the encounter card underneath the store. Group limit once per turn. Once per game, sorry. So we've got 2 clues there. Yeah, higher learning should have already been in play, so I draw another card. Okay. Inquiring Mind. Okay. Alright, so if I ever see this symbol, it means it should already be in play when the game starts and it doesn't count against deck size. Good to know. So that's 3 for him. Well, no, that's 2 for him. 1, 2, move, 3. There we go. So he is done. Monsieur Banks is going to... What you gonna do? He's gonna move to this area and to spend an action, spend 1 resource. I can use an action to spend 1 resource. This has a Shroud 3. Let's start getting clues because I want to see what's under here. That's what we want to get to. So he has a 3. I have to beat a Shroud 3. No enemy there. That's for enemy stuff. I'll do Unexpected Courage to make it 5. And we got a -2, which makes it 3. So I met it. And I got a clue. And, nope, that is if I defeat an enemy. Okay, so that's 1 clue. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. I am so absent-minded, people. I am so sorry. Oh, all right, Hans, have a good night. I forgot to read you the agenda. Strange disappearances. Your welcome in Dunwich has been cold. A string of disappearances has left the already aloof townsfolk on edge. Most of them look at you with distrust, and few are willing to help in your investigation. Who knows what will happen if you don't find the location of the missing townsfolk soon. So 6 makes that advance. And then our story is searching for answers. The disappearance in town may be related to the events in Arkham. You suspect that something awful is afoot. You must find where the missing townsfolk are being held in order to unveil their conspiracy. So the objective, when the investigator enters the hidden chamber, advance this. Cool. So Roland did 2 actions. His 3rd action, he's going to draw a card, which I got Steadfast. And Steadfast says, while you have 5 or more total remaining health and sanity, Steadfast gains 1 mind, 1 fight. While you have 10 or more total remaining health, you gain 2. Cool. And that's a skill. And that will end his turn. So then we go to the refresh phase. The next phase of it's not the refresh. It's called the enemy phase. There's no enemies on board to attack us, so we're good. Then we go to the upkeep phase. Flip the mini cards back over. Ready any exhausted items that we have? Nobody is. Each investigator draws a card. He gets emergency aid. He gets flashlight. Each investigator gains a resource. And then each investigator checks hand size, discards 8, but for him he gets 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's good. And then we go into the Mythos phase. So let's take it in order. Place 1 Doom on the agenda. Check for agenda advancement. Nope. Investigators draw 1 terrible card of terribleness. Joe has Ancient Spirits of Evil. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. This effect can cause it to advance. Roland has, this is a new one, Sordid and Silent. Revelation. Attach Sordid and Silent to your location. Forced. At the end of the round, each investigator at the attached location takes 1 horror. When the agenda advances, discard Sordid and Silent. Ugh. Barf. Okay. That's a horrible thing that happened. Alright, so it says at the end of the round. Cool. Then, after that, we go back into the investigation phase. Don't forget to add any damage in horror Roland. Oh, yep, you're right. Roland would have 2. And old boy here will have 1. Let's validate that by yon check sheet. We come back over here and say scenario, red blood at the altar. I don't know why they do this. It's not even highlighted. You never know who's doing it. Lead investigator is going to be Roland. Proceed. We did the whole setup. We did location placement. Okay, we're ready to go. Ready to partay. What comes after part B? Part A. Oh, he has 3 mental trauma, not 2. And you have 1, which I was correct. I was just wrong with Roland. Alrighty. Okay, cool. So, Roland's feeling good. He's feeling good. 3 of 5. Let's see if we can reduce that foolishness. Let's see. Roland, you are going to move. Let's say Joe, you're gonna get this thing. Let's do that, and then we'll get you out on your 3rd turn, so we don't have to deal with that. So, commit to a skill test if there's a clue at the location. This would make it 7, and I have to beat a 3. I have a 4 so far. I don't feel like spending an action to put down this fingerprinting kit. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'll just do Inquiring Minds to make sure that it's a success. So we're gonna put down Inquiring Minds, commit it to this check for 7. Come on, get it. +1, 8. So, yay. So we get the clue. Then his second act, then it says, if there are no clues here, draw the encounter card underneath. Come on, come on. Night Gaunt. While attempting to evade hunting Night Gaunt, double the negative modifier of each revealed chaos token. Cool. It has 4 health. I gotta beat a 3, and to evade it, I just gotta do a 1. So his second action is going to be to evade. And his evade is at a 2. This is damage heal. No. This might be a straight roll. Well, this is to heal damage, not crazy. So we're going to commit this to make it a 3. Oh, and I forgot to do this, actually. So this will go that way, and then this will come up, and it's shortcut. I'm going to do that, too. So I'm engaged with him. I can fast play shortcut for free, choose an investigator location, move him to a connecting location. I'm going to move Roland with this as action number 2. Action number 3, which will then discard this, and I'll create a secondary discard for this that'll get reshuffled. Action number 3 is going to be to evade this thing, so I have a 3. Nope, take the attack of opportunity. I don't want to get... Oh, because I can shuck it off on somebody else. Sure. But yeah, it's a hunter. I don't want it to follow me. Yeah, Kate, I don't want it to follow me. It's a hunter. So I moved Roland. And then that was my second action. Then my third action would be to... Oh, nope, I gotta move, because my third action would leave me stuck. You are right. You are right. I can't do it if I move. So I'm taking the attack of opportunity and moving. It's gonna swing at me in the face, 1 good time. I'm gonna take 1 damage and 1 sanity loss. Yeah, I didn't move Joe. I moved Roland. And 1. So I took 1 damage and 1 sanity loss. It follows Joe. Does it auto-follow Joe? I think that happens on its turn as a hunter. See, I'm playing this weird. Hold on. Rules. They're hard. During the enemy phase, each enemy unengaged with the hunter keyword moves to find them. If hunter is also a keyword, if there are multiple equidistant investigators picked, would be compelled to location. Each ready unengaged enemy with the hunter's enemies. Yeah, so it doesn't follow him off the bat. It doesn't follow him off the bat. It follows him on the enemy phase, which I'm okay with. It doesn't follow him off the bat according to the rules. It just says that on their turn, unengaged. See also Prey 17. Given the opportunity, some enemies will pursue a defined investigator. These enemies are identified with bold prey effects. If an enemy that is about to automatically engage an investigator at its location has multiple options, choose the one that it goes with. If an enemy that is moving towards the nearest investigator has a choice between multiple equidistance, pick that guy, whatever. If an enemy's instructions word only, the enemy only moves towards that person. Prey has immediate effect. Prey has the immediate effect on where an enemy will spawn. Joe revealed the card that is engaged with Joe. Since it is engaged, it will attack and follow if he moves. Sorry. We gotta do some rule lookup here. Hunter, here it is. Where's my glass? This should back up your hypothesis. Each enemy moves once to a connected location direction nearest the investigator. Okay. After enemy attacks the enemy. Nowhere in the book does it say that. Can you point out the right doc that has that in it? There's nowhere in the book. Enemy engagement. While an enemy card is in play, either it is engaged with an investigator and placed in the player's threat area, or it's at the location. Each enemy is in an investor's threat area is considered to be at the same location as the investigator. Should the investigator move, the enemy remains engaged with the investigator and will also move to the new location. Boom. They're in black and red. That's the word. Yep. So it will move with him. So it moves with him. So there it is. The card is an enemy that was auto-engaged with the investigator unless it is aloof. Yes, correct. You are absolutely right. And this is why it's in the threat area. it's in the threat area with him, so it's kind of engaged with him, so it's harping on him. He moves, it moves with him. And that will end his. And it doesn't attack him, because it's with him. It's engaged with him. But he did spend an action to shortcut Roland on, and Roland will attack this thing. If Roland had... Yep. So he's going to do Vicious Blow. Oh, you have 5 or more total remaining health and sanity. Don't have that. So he's going to commit these 2 cards to that fight check. So he's going to come with a 6. A 6 to beat a 3. Yeah, I left the damage on him. I left the damage on him. That was Joe's second action to move. What is the third before Roland acts? The second action was to use shortcut. Unless insight decks are free, which I don't believe they are, his second action was to use shortcut to move Roland to this location. And then his third action was to move, which means he took the hit. I got a skull. -1 for each location in play with no encounter card underneath it, max 4. So, -1. Yeah, I hit him. So I hit him for... I hit this guy... Because it says if it's successful, attack deals... So he takes 2 damage. He takes 2 punch. Shortcut is a fast play. He does have 1 more action. I'll get it right. I promise, I promise, I promise. I'm messing up. Okay, so then he has a third action. And his third action will be... I'm trying to find out how I can punch him. I should have done prepare for the worst. I'll have to do it after I kill him. He's going to attack for 4. I'll attack him. 0, so I hit him for 1. Which is 3. That's his third action. Roland's first action was to attack him, which he did the one with the Vicious Blow, which led to 2 damage, because Vicious Blow does a +1. And then his second action is going to be to attack this thing again. This time straight up for a 4. -1, 3, which meets, that kills it. It's dead. Thank you. Thank you for that. Because I could have messed that up. I could have messed that up bad. So that was that. This is still here, but no one cares. We've already revealed this. We're going to go to... His third action is he's going to move to House in the Reeds. Which says... Forced. After the House in the Reed is revealed, search the encounter deck for the Night Gaunt enemy and spawn it in the Village Commons. Shuffle the encounter deck. If there are no clues on here, draw what's underneath. Awesome. Sweet. That is what I wanted. No, it wasn't. It wasn't what I wanted at all. So another Night Gaunt is coming out. And I gotta reshuffle the deck anyway. There you are. In the Village Commons. Well, looks like the lab assistant's about to die. That's what I was expecting. Really wasn't. But I got the Shroud is 1, so I just have to not fail. I just have to get a 1 to get a clue. Okay. Alright. Cool. He's done. Enemy phase. Hey, look, there's a guy here. Hey, look what he does. He finds this guy and he's going to punch him in the face, but he's going to throw out the lab assistant to be like, here, have her. She dies because she had 1 health. So he stays okay. That ends the enemy phase. Next up is the upkeep phase. So flip cards back over. Then refresh, nothing to refresh. Then investigators draw a card. He gets magnifying glass. Come on, Roland. Let's have another weapon, but I need you to get a weapon. Then they get a resource. Checks hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're good. Okay. Now the Mythos Phase. Place my Doom token. Check for resolutions. Draw the card of terrible things. And you've got Rotting Remains. Test 3 mind for each point. Take a horror. Okay. Do you want to commit anything to that? Because you're at a 2. 2's not good. Actually, you're more than a 2. You're at a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. If while you have 5 or more cards in your hand, that I'm at a 4 and I need to beat a 3. Let's see if we can even the odds. Because I could just give away 1 and even the odds. I don't want to get rid of the Book of Lore because I need him to find his weapon next on my turn. So here we go. Switch these two around for some reason. Okay, so here we go. Oh, the Insight deck. And the Insight deck is working a hunch. Fast play. During your turn only, discover 1 clue at your location. So I'll wait. I got 3 moves to do, and I know what I'm going to be. Darn it. I don't have 3. I know one of the things I'll be doing. +1. Hey, look at that. I got a 5. You're okay. That card means nothing. Get out of here, you sad, silly jerk. Next one. Unhollowed Country. Revelation. Put Unhollowed Country into play in your threat area. You cannot play ally assets. Treat the printed text box of each ally asset as if it were blank. At the end of your turn, test 3 mind. If you succeed, discard this card. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. I just can't play allies. So, Bandolier, not so much, but that's not so bad. Okay. Then it's our turn. Silly thing. Yeah, I know I'm engaged with the guy. I know. The worst person to be engaged with the guy is engaged with the guy. Alright. Let's do this. Let's try to evade this nerd. I'd like to have the research librarian so I have somebody to absorb some hits. But let's try to evade this guy. -2. Nope. I do not evade, and it didn't have retaliate. So that's 1 action gone. I don't want to fight him, so let's try it again. +1. There we go. 3. Evade. That was 2. Three, and then I'll fast play. I will fast play like you wouldn't believe. The Insight deck, it says on his card, I just want to make sure I read this right. Force, when the investigator phase begins, reveal the top card of the hunch deck. Until the end of the phase, you may play that card as if it was in your hand at a -2 cost, so it's free. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I moved. I got out of there. So I'm going to fast play. So I moved, and then I'm going to fast play Working with a Hunch, which is free. So I should be able to discover 1 clue at my location. That one has a shroud of 1. What does that mean? It just says fast play, discover one clue at your location. What does that have to do with a hunt? What does that have to do with the shroud? And it's a fast play, so it doesn't take up an action. So, yoink. It's used on a location that has more than one. It's used on a location that has more than Shroud 1. Oh, you're saying use it on a location that has, because Shroud 1 is pretty easy to beat. I'm trying to not let that deck advance, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with burning it. I know you're like, no, don't do it, but no, it's okay. I'm okay with burning it on this one, just to forward past as much before that happens, because I don't want people getting sacrificed, so I don't want that to happen. Okay, so now it's Roland's turn. Roland has a 3. He is going to use his first action to search so he can reveal what's under there. +1, A. So he gets this. So there's nothing left under this. Let's see what's going down. Rotting Remains. Oh boy, this is bad for him. Very, very bad. We'll use Guts to make it a 5. And we'll use Dodge to make it a 6. He cannot take this or else he will go insane and be out. So we'll make it a 6. -2, which from a 6 makes it a 4, which is more than enough to beat it. Yeah, we don't want that happening. That can't happen. Where did I put it? Up here. Yeah, gone. So that's 1. That was his first action. His second action. Well, the key and the thing are here now. So we've dealt with the. Oh no, it says 3 of them, and I don't think the key's been revealed. There's 1, 2, 3. It could be anywhere. I played that so busted just now. You guys should have called me and told me I could not do that. I played that busted. You want to know how I played that busted? I could never move here from here. Or here. I busted it. I could only move to these 2 places, and I said that in the beginning, and I still screwed it up. That's okay. You'll stay here. It's just my fault. That's my fault. His third move is he'll move here, where he should have been able to move in the first place. Shroud of 4. While you are in the schoolhouse, you cannot commit skill cards to skill test. If there are no clues, draw this. And there's only 1 clue here. Wow. Yeah, that is not for you to do, Roland. Not at all. That is my man here's turn. And he should be able to. So, cool. Alright, that's your 3. You're done. No, it was 1, get the clue. We flipped, he tested. 2, get to the location he was supposed to be able to go to. So we'll say that he's over at the schoolhouse. So that's 2. So he has 1 more left. And then he'll test this to see if he can get rid of that card. He is going to put down. I cannot play any ally asset. This is a body thing. He's going to put this down. Bandolier, it's not an ally. So he's going to put that down. So that's 3. And then he's done. Cool. Enemy phase. You're exhausted. You do nothing. Nothing. Then we do reset, flip cards. Ready all exhausted cards. Draw a card. So the hunch deck is seeking answers. If you succeed, instead of discovering a clue at your location, discover a clue at a connecting location, which is cool. If there was a clue here, which would have been cool. Okay. Then he draws a card, which is Unexpected Courage. He draws a card, which is Delay the Inevitable. That's a good card to have. That's a very good card to have. Fast play only during your turn. Attached to an investigator at your location, under his or her control. When you are dealt death and or horror, discard Delay the Inevitable and cancel all damage. So he gets to live one more time. Oh yeah, we're gonna celebrate. And then we get 1 and 1. And check hand size. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. You're good. This still works. That's still there. Cool. Then we go to the Mythos. You're at 4. Deck of very bad things. Yeah, I'm gonna do that on his turn. So can't play allies. So he got the same card. Oh, and I was supposed to test. I didn't test. There's got to be the 3. Look at that. So this card's gone. All right. And then his card, Kidnap. Uh-oh. Revelation. Test Mind 4 or Dex 4. If you fail, add an ally asset you control to the pool of potential sacrifices. Then attach Kidnap to the current agenda. If you have no ally assets, take 2 damage and discard Kidnapped instead. Forced. When attached agenda advances, choose a potential sacrifice at random and place it underneath the agenda deck. Oh no. So I don't have... It says if I don't have, I take 2 damage and discard it. So I don't have an ally out right now. So boom. Discarded. That's a bad card. That's a no-no card. Okay. So that happened. That was a thing. Alright, so now it's this guy's turn. So let's get you churning. I'm gonna move. First one I'm gonna move because he can move to this location. Because I'm sorry for the mess up, folks, whoever's watching it. He can move to this location. So he's going to come over here, and then he is going to search for his second action. So he used Unexpected Courage, which is an ally. Wait, it says you can't commit, right? While you are in the schoolhouse, you cannot commit skill cards to skill tests. So, nope. I cannot do that. But... he has this going for him, which puts him at 4, which is the Shroud. That puts him at the Shroud value. And I can't do any type of skill to push it. This is a straight up grab. Action 2. I don't have flashlight. This is not Roland going. Oh, I can lower the Shroud value. Oh, I'm such a noob. Okay. Let's roll it back because I didn't pull yet. You are absolutely right. Play 2. Roland, go first. Play 2. Get 3 supplies on the flashlight. Then Roland will spend 1 flashlight to reduce the Shroud value by 2, making it 2. Very smart move, Kate. Thank you. And then he'll do the search. So I had 3 minus 2, 1, so I fail that. for this investigation. Phase. We'll do it again. I pulled -2 again, so he failed all 3. I'm assuming he can do this now. Investigate. Your location gets -2 shroud for this investigation. Okay. -1 of 4 is 3. Does that mean that, does the flashlight work for the entire phase? Or just for that specific investigate action? You have to spend another token. Spend another token. No, check that action. Spend the supply, investigate. Your location gains -2 shroud for this investigation. Just that action. Okay. So he bombed it, even with flashlight. Because I got a -2 twice, and I got a -2 twice, and I played the flashlight, so that was 3. So he went for his first action, he moved over. Second action, he bombed it because he has 4. God, I could have beat this. Really? I pulled -2 3 times in a row. Good grief. Then he's going to test to get rid of this thing. No, I'm not committed. I won't be able to beat it, though, without committing something. I don't want to commit the old tome. Unless I get the +1, I can't do anything, so we'll just test it and see if I get the +1. Nope. Okay, the end of that. Enemy phase. It has Hunter. And then it's going to attack. I'm trying to see who's going to take it. If I put it on the bandolier, 1 sanity comes out. I think I'm going to let Joe take this because he's already at 3. So Joe will join him at 3. Take 2. And just be where it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we thought the same thing. Alright, so... Okay, so that's the enemy phase. Then it's engaged with Joe. So then we go to the upkeep phase. Refresh cards, flip, flip. Then we go to all exhausted. Draw a card. Got a knife. Dynamite. Dynamite. Goes in his hand. A resource. Then we go to the next phase. We're 1 away. One of the mobsters found me. Inside deck is another seeking answers. One of the mobsters found me. So he's engaged with me too. Fun times. And eager for death. Revelation test 2. Increase the skill test difficulty by 1 for each damage on you. If you fail, take 2 horror. Oh my gosh. Vomit on this. I gotta get rid of dynamite to boost myself to a 4. Increase the test difficulty by 1 for each damage on you. So it's actually at a 4 right now. I might have to fast play the inevitable. I think I probably should save my explosive then and just do that. I'll fast play the inevitable if, well, when I fail. I have a 3. I'm not going to waste that card. -2, again, fail. So I would take pain, but I'm going to fast play for that cost. Delay the inevitable. So when you are dealt damage, and or horror, discard delay the inevitable and cancel all damage and or horror just dealt. When the Mythos phase ends, you must either spend 2 resources to discard or delay the inevitable. So spend 2 resources or discard delay the inevitable. I have to pay 2, and I'll discard that. That's fine. But I save myself. Mythos phase ends. I'll discard the card. Okay. Joe. What the hey? Anyway, Roland. You're not engaged with them. Let's see if you can do something. And you're spending your last flashlight. +1. There you go. We got the clue. What's in here? I pulled every card but the 2. Okay, fine. Place 1 Doom token on the agenda. This effect can cause the agenda token to advance. And it does. So let's see what happened. Slide that off. And we say, will-o'-wisps gather along the gambrel roofs of Dunwich and begin to shriek in jubilation. The people of Dunwich believe that the presence of will-o'-wisps foreshadows somebody's imminent death. Do they long for death, or is the victim someone else? If there are 3 or more potential sacrifices, choose one of them at random and place it underneath the agenda deck without looking at it. There are 3 or more. There we go. Okay. And then we're on to problem number 2. Giving you all the chances to mess up. The old one's hunger. As the sun sets, the frightened townsfolk retreat into their homes and lock their doors. It is clear to you that many of them know more than they are letting on. A sickening feeling turns over in your stomach as the villagers' true nature becomes clear. Okay, so that was his 1 that he did to do that. No, 1 was to get the clue. He then beat this thing. Well, he beat the card. 1 got the clue, revealed this. That opened up. I gotta help you because you're gonna die. What can I do? If I had 5, I'd dynamite blast us both. Let me see. I don't have anything to help you to kill this guy, because he would be very easy. That was 1. So my next 2 actions are going to be to fight that guy. See if I can kill the mobster, get him off you. Or I can evade, well, the knight gone, I can't evade him. So +1, so that's 1 damage on you. Nope. Well, that's actually no, that works because I got a 4. A 4 for fight, -2 is 2, which hits you. So my last 2, I beat this guy up. I'm at it. You're dead. All right, that ends his turn. Roland punched a thing. He punched a thing twice. So that's Roland. You, my good man. You, sir. You, good sir. We need to evade that and run away. It'll be engaged with Roland if I do that, because Roland's stuck. So you need to evade it, get a knife, and then stab it. That's what you need to do. So we're going to commit the research librarian to evade, which makes my evade a 3. Sweet. You are evaded. And then I will put my knife, my second one. And then it says, my fight gets +1. You get +2 for this. If I discard it, I can deal an extra damage. I'll just stab you. Dang it, Roland. Weapons, lots of weapons draw. 0. So I stab him for 1 damage. He's engaged with me, so 1 damage. But he is tired. So 1 damage. Then let's test this foolishness and get this over with. -1. I have to beat a 3. I have to beat. Nope, that doesn't do it. I got a 1. This stays. And oh wait, nope. I'm wrong. I have the +2, +2, 4, -1, 3. I beat this, actually. That is beaten. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Cool, so that's it. That is that. That is they. Then we refresh. We draw a card. Connect the dots. Fast play. After you discover the last clue at your location, discover 2 clues at a location with a lower printed shroud value. That would have been cool to do. Then you get Inquiring Minds, which is a 3. Great. You get, hey, look, he got a gun. This is 38. He doesn't have any resources to play them. He probably will be able to do it all in 1 turn, but not right now. I'm wasting time. That ends turn. Agenda. Bad card. Enemy can't do anything because he's late tired. Kidnapped. I don't have an ally. I'm going to take 2 damage. I go to 4. Card goes away. So spawn any empty locations. Oh, sweet. Retaliate. After you defeat Servant of Many Mouths, discover 1 clue at any location. So it says spawn at any empty location. Well, I would want to put him in a location with clues. I'll put him at the church. Hey, Steven. Since enemy was invaded, you can choose which investigator it engages when it untaps. Oh, gotcha. So it's just out in the moment. It's just out in the moment. Okay. Hey, Steven, how's it going? Kate's right on money. All right, so that ends that phase. Yep, because I drew 2. We're good. Okay. Oh, gosh. All right, I'm stressed out, man. So this is a big green circle. How do I get to the big green circle? I gotta go here. I gotta go here to go here. Okay, and I can go from here to here. So this is 1, 2. evade to tap him, and then we'll punch him next turn. How about that? This thing has... Oh, this would have spun back at the beginning of the phase. Sorry. And it has 1 damage on it. It hasn't attacked anybody yet. It's not engaged with anyone. But... it's not engaged with anyone right now. And I can't commit skill cards to kill this foolish thing. It's not engaged with me, so I can search for a better weapon for my first action, because it's not engaged with me yet. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm tired of this foolishness. I want my gun. So, plan prepare for the worst. Search the top 9 cards. 1, 2. Oh, you pick who would engage right now. Darn. Hey, stop sucking away my joy. Let me see. It really doesn't matter. It'll be engaged with Roland. Now let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me my weapon. I got a blackjack. The disc of Itmazawa came up. I did not get a single... I got a blackjack, which is considered a weapon. Shuffle the top 9 cards of your deck for a weapon asset and add it to your hand, shuffling the rest back. Just killing my joy, man. Making me play it fair. What's wrong with you? Alright, so we're gonna stab it twice. If you perform this attack against an enemy engaged with another investigator and you fail, you deal no damage. What? You get +1 to fight for this attack. If you perform this attack against an enemy engaged with another investigator and you fail, you deal no damage. If I fail, I don't deal any damage anyway. That's bad wording. Anyway, let's start a punching. So +1 to fight, so I'm at a 5. There we go. That's another success. And then my second action, I'm going to do it again. And I'll probably discard this knife card if I hit him. So let's see. Yeah, I didn't play the card. Look at that. Look at that. Another draw. Got him, and I'm going to discard the knife to do 2 damage instead of 1 to kill it. Okay. So that was your 3. You are done. Roland. Roland. Keep rolling. 1. Oh, and I didn't... Oh, no. Ah. Congressional Church might have something terrible. I could come over here to the burned ruins. How do I get there? I gotta go through the church. That's the only way to get here. So we're going to the church, looks like. 1, 2. Congressional Church. Choose and discard a card from your hand. Gain 2 resources as an action. If there are no clues here, flip it. Okay, that's not bad. That can get me. That's not bad. So there are 2 clues here. And then his third one is going to be to evade this guy. Come on. Skull. -1 for each location in play with no encounter card underneath it. No encounter card. 1, 2, 3. Fail. Fail. Fail, fail. Fail, fail. Fail. This card should be discarded. Fail. Fail. Well, he has retaliate on him. Does he punch me for trying to evade him? Or does he just punch me when I try to attack him? Let's look up retaliate. Each time an investigator fails a skill test while attacking a ready enemy with retaliate keyword, after applying all results, the enemy performs an attack. So it's only when I attack him, not evade him. So I'm good. Okay. That ends his fun. Now, let's see. Now, the enemy phase. He's like, hey, look, guy! Poof, punch me in the face. I'll offset 1 with the bandolier, so I'll take some up to 5 damage. Oh, sorry. 4. I was at 2. I blocked 1. I'm up to 3. 3 down. Okay. That ends his turn. Then it's the upkeep phase. Flip cards. Draw cards. Connecting the dots again. I shuffled this deck, I swear. You get fingerprint kit. And your lab assistant's gone. You can't hold more than 8 cards. And you get an art student. Oh yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm right at 8. I'm good. Got a resource. 1 away from getting his gun. And then the Mythos. Here we go. A will-o-wisp. Will-o-wisp. Aloof. Hunter. Each investigator at will-o-wisp location gets -1. It's aloof, though. It's aloof. So it's just singing and chittering. But you're not. You have a servant of many mouths in your face. So you've got 2 of them in your face. But it's aloof. But it's aloof. Okay. Alright, Roland. Joe, what do you know? We're not fighting the will-o-wisp. You gotta go help your buddy. 1, 2. Did you want to put something out before you did 2? I think that would be 3. You wouldn't be able to help your buddy. And you can commit to this now. So you're going to punch this guy for 1 damage. You're working with 4, you got to beat a 3. Let's make that a 5, just in case something stupid happens. Just in case something silly happens. Yeah, it'll keep following me. Okay. 0. So you take 1 damage. That's your 3rd. You're done, Joe. Alright, Roland. You do what Roland do best. You're at a 4. You gotta beat a 3. Yeah, it's nothing for you to commit. -1, so that's 3. You kill him. I didn't forget about this. So you kill him. After you defeat Servant, discover 1 clue at any location. Boop. And after you defeat an enemy, discover 1 clue at your location. Boop. You die. So that was action number 1. Action number 2. We're gonna do what we do. Fail, hard fail, because I have a 4. This would go. I have a 4. it would be 1, 2, 3. So it would have been 1. So that's 2. That fails. And it has retaliate. So now he punches me back for 2. So I go up to 5. Alright, my third action, I'm going to try to ditch him. I'm going to try to shake and bake. That's my shake and bake. -2. If you fail, add 1 clue from your token pool to your location. And I did. I did not shake and bake him because I had a 2. That -2 was just awful. And that ends Roland's turn. Roland's about to get punched again. Enemy phase. He gets punched for 2. He's at 6, 7 damage. He only has 2 more to go before he's bye-bye. And this guy moves. But you reveal the card first. Alright, slow down, I'm catching up. Hold on. I'll read it eventually. Reveal card underneath. Oh, you're right. I was supposed to reveal the card. The hidden chamber. Hey! Yeah, I'll catch up. So put the hidden chamber into play. The hidden chamber and the location from which it was drawn are connected to one another. Okay, so I'll catch up. Don't worry. I'll catch up. Roland's still going to take the pain. That's still going to happen. We'll advance this in a second. So we'll say the hidden chamber's here. And we advance once the hidden chamber is revealed. You find your way into the hidden chamber where you believe the missing folk are being held, but the horrors that confront you, they are fray the edges of your sanity. Bound by chains in a secluded corner of the room is an unspeakable creature with the face of a man. It wheezes and wrestles to free itself as it notices your entrance. The many mouths covering the creature's bodies are covered in blood and bristles of meat, as though it was feeding recently. With a hideous croak, the creature speaks with 7 mouths. Then it lurches forward as though to grab you, and several of its chains snap. Reveal each unrevealed location. Reveal each unrevealed location. Okay. Each enemy in the burned ruins gets +1 evade. Okay. Move all clues in play, including those on each investigator, to the hidden chamber. Including those from the investigator. And then there would have been 3. Okay. The brain. Spawn the set-aside Silas Bishop enemy in the hidden chamber. Okay. Massive. He has 12 health. I'm not going to beat him. We're going to die now. So that happened. Okay, next up. Chamber of the Beast. The pitiful beast lunges to grab you with slimy arms, its many jaws snapping in hunger. Killing it would be merciful, but perhaps there is something else to discover about this creature. So objective. If Silas Bishop is defeated, read round 1. If there are no clues in the hidden chamber, advance. So I will not lie to you. I am heavily considering going to this lovely little resign thing and hide out for the night. I can't beat him. I have to hit him for 12 damage. I have dynamite that does 3. And I can throw that if I have 5 resources to do so. I could, if there are no clues in the hidden chamber advance. This goes in here too, sorry. Darn, I wish I could play this art student. so she could take the damage next and I live. I don't know if I could beat this guy. What do you think? Yeah, you might need to resign. Joe and Roland too hurt to last against it. Yeah. 12 health. Alright. That happened. I got hit by the creature in the creature phase. Refresh. Flip. Draw a card. Shortcut. Yes. I will be moving people around. I know it's attached to him. Shoot. He would have to evade it before I could move him. So Roland will actually have to go first. Then you get the disc of Itazamna. 1, 2, 5, 7. That's it. You get emergency cash. Both get resources. Sorry, I'm thinking. As long as he isn't attacked, I can still win this scenario. Yeah, I would try to evade the servant, but I gotta get through the phases first. So you, strange signs. The artwork on here is so cool but creepy. Revelation, test 3 lore. If you fail, add 1 clue from the token pool to your location. 2 clues instead if there are 3 or 4 investigators. Okay, whatever that means. I can use this as a... Nope, this is an asset that I have to play. Then I can do it. What the heck? Because we're dealing with this. Let's make that a 5-er. 5-er. 5 spot. Here we go. Okay, we can succeed in this. Even if Roland died. Place 1 Doom. Check and see if it's advanced. It does not. Our turn. Roland goes first. He's going to try to evade. He will have to spend his gun to do this. We're running. So he's going to spend his first action to evade. For each location, so he has a 5-er. 4, 3, 2, 1. He just had to beat a 1, and he had... No, he had 3. He failed hard. He failed hard. That's 1. Now he did it. Now he evaded it. So that's 2. Can I get back to the town square from here? Yes, I can. I go right here. And that's 3. You're done. You, sir, you, my good man, are going to 1, 2 to resign. So he resigned, so at least we've won the scenario. I did put a Doom on the agenda. I did that. I did Doom, I draw the 2 cards. So he did that thing. Roland's... Oh, but what I... No, I did move that. This guy did attack. So, creatures, he's going to come here, but he's aloof. So he's just kind of following us around singing. You're not a hunter, you're just massive. You are tapped, so nothing's going to happen. Then, refresh phase. I don't care about you, you're gone. Then we're going card. Huh. Cover up. His weakness. Put cover up in play in your threat area. When you would discover one or more clues at your location, discard that many clues from cover up instead. If there are any, so put 3 with 3 clues on it. Wah wah wah. When the game ends, if there are any clues on cover up, you suffer 1 mental trauma. Roland's just doomed. He is just doomed. So that happens. Then we advance the agenda. Oh, we put a doom on there. We grab a card. Psycho Pump's Song. Surge. So I'm pulling another card. And apparel. Oh yeah. So you gotta let me know. Add Psychopump's Song to any investigator's threat area. When you would take 1 or more damage, take 2 additional damage and discard this. And it's a surge. Yay! Hey look! Another creature! Yay! Bye, Roland! So, Roland's going to try to evade the Night Gaunt. God. Has he got any? No, he got nothing. He's got nothing. -1, so it's a 1. So he was able to evade the Night Gaunt. This thing is a loose, so it's not engaged with him, it's just following him around. You're just a problem for me. So I'm gonna resign for my second action and get out of Dodge. Oh, no, I couldn't add any cards. I've got mind, lore, and nothing. There's nothing I could do. I resigned. I'm done. So let's read what happens when we resign. So where are we? We are nope, here. So this is suicide. We're better off hiding out the night, which is what we did. So let's go to the outcome. Do not read until the end. I'm reading. You can't stop me. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. Alright, so let's see. If no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned or was defeated. We'd resigned. The cries of the will-o-wisp fade into the distance, and the town of Dunwich is filled with an eerie silence. All that can be heard is the dry whistle of the chill wind and a slow rustling of dead leaves. There's no sign of the missing townsfolk, nor will there ever be again. So in the campaign log, let's go on there. Gulp. And we say resolutions. Choose our resolution. No resolution, we resigned. Proceed. Yep, proceed. So campaign logs. Oh god. If there were any potential sacrifices remaining at the end of the game, place them underneath the agenda deck. Potential sacrifice. So everyone in the deck died, or just the person that was underneath? I'm not sure of that. If there were any potential sacrifices remaining at the end of the game, place them underneath the agenda deck. Your campaign log under Sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth records the names of each unique character that is underneath the agenda deck. Yup. They're all dead. So who's dead? Dr. Francis. Bye. Earl Sawyer. Deuces. Zeblin Watley. Yup. And Professor Warren Rice. Yawn. So they're all dead. They're all been sacrificed to Yog-Sothoth. Or as Rob would say from Rob's gaming table, Yog-Sothoth. I laugh every time he does it. Yogg Sothoth. Alright, so sacrifice the Yogg Sothoth. Yogg Sothoth. So if y'all think when I say I laugh at it every time, you hear me like cackling silly, like really silly, like I laugh at it every time. Record the names of each of these cards are removed from all players' decks and can no longer be included in any player's decks for the remaining of the campaign. So they're all dead. If an investigator with the Necronomicon in his or her deck was defeated in your campaign log, record that it was stolen. So it was not stolen. So they're dead. Let's see. If Dr. Orange is not listed under the check sacrifice in your campaign, record he survived the Dunwich legacy. Was an investigator in Necronomicon defeated? No. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. Each investigator earns 2 bonus as they gain insight into the hidden world. So victory display. Nope. 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 Only victory was beating these 2 things, so I just get 2. They're included automatically. Okay. So Roland's got +2 experience. Joe got +2. Roland is going to get a lovely, lovely mental trauma. So now his total is at 4. Save upgrade. Good grief. I will do that later. Not relogging in right now. Proceed to scenario 5. Undiminished and unseen. The story continues. Alright, so I'll update his insanity because I got to re-auth with the site. Roland has 1 more. Yep. So I'll update the site when I do it. That's why I didn't click proceed on that to finish it out, because I have to re-auth before I can do that. So I'll do that. Then we got interlude number 2. Hey. Let's do some reading. Inside the chamber that contained the terrible beast, you find the missing talent. No, I didn't. But I have read interlude number 2 at any. Oh, if I would have killed it. Yeah, we don't know what happened. Yeah, we don't know. You don't know what happened here. I'm not going to spoil it for you for people who are going to play the game and do better than I did. So, cool. We don't get to read interlude 2. Yeah, Roland's taking it on the cheek. Hopefully he'll be able to do something about it. But that is Arkham Horror number 4, Blood on the Altar. A couple people died. 1 person might be insane next round. And we lost all our clues to the hidden chamber of this 12-hit monster. Who can beat that? Anyway, if you've done it before, I praise you. I'm terrible. So let's head up to the top and finish some talking. Okay, so that was scenario 4, Blood on the Altar, that we finished up. There's 2 more scenarios in the Dunwich Legacy cycle, I believe, 5 and 6. And then we'll be finished with that one and moving on to the next. So, things to come, things to come, things to come. I haven't posted yet. The reason why I haven't posted the meeting for Kingdom Death Monster for tomorrow night, I haven't had a chance to catch up with Steven yet. We actually have been talking a lot because we're working on something, but we haven't had a chance to catch up about that. So I'll catch up with him tonight, and if that's okay, I'll post it so it's ready for tomorrow night for Canje After Dark Kingdom Death. Then Sunday is Folklore Chapter 6, the last chapter, I believe. Yeah, Chapter 6. And then after that, Monday's Gloomhaven as usual, because Gloomhaven's awesome. Then Wednesday, if things work out the way that I hope there will be a new game on the table on Wednesday. So stick around for that. I've been working really hard, contacted the designer, and he had one left. And I bought it. I was like, yes, I'm interested in this game. I know my subs and my Patreons, who I love so much, will be interested in this game as well. So I reached out to him. He had one left, and he sent it to me fast track. So I paid for it. So it wasn't. He was like, "Hey, here's a free thing. I paid for it." So he sent it to me, and if it arrives before Wednesday, I will bring it to the table and I will put that up when it arrives. If it arrives before Wednesday, I'll have it up for the Wednesday stream. If not, we're going to cycle in. We're gonna play another in the chain, right? So hopefully that comes in, because I'm super excited to show you that game. I don't even want to spoil it. I just want to say it's a really cool game. I'm so happy that he had an extra copy left. I'm really amped to play this game, and I know that a lot of you are going to enjoy it. And then Thursday, Canje After Dark. Sunday, we'll be going into Dark Tales of Folklore, which is the expansion. And then we'll be cycling as we go. So that's awesome. Patrons, thank you. Thank you so much for believing in me and backing me. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. You have no idea. I thank you every day, even when I'm not streaming, because of you, I can do this and make this better and build this out and make it more, a lot more fun, and hopefully one day get off of this tiny table. Or has that become my niche? I don't know. Like, hey, Kanji's that guy with the tiny table. But what happens when I don't have a tiny table? Hey, Kanji's that guy? I don't know. So, thank you so much, my patrons. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you so much. Remember, if I am so blessed as for you to just be like, hey, we're gonna give this kid a shot and get him to 200. If that ever happens, and I say ever because I'm like, my mind is blown by it, then let me know what you want me to do. If you want another Q&A, I'll do another Q&A. I won't do a 24-hour stream. I can't. I can't. I'm not a 24-hour person. I need sleep. But I can do something. I could do a top 10 of something. Whatever you want, let me know. Patrons, if you are also interested in that, put it in the chat, put it in the Discord, let me know what you think. Those who aren't Patreons, put it in the comments at the bottom. Tell me what you'd like to see if I hit 200 and let me know. Other than that, I got nothing else, because I've talked way too much and you're probably tired of hearing my voice. Thank you so much for joining me for this. I still love Arkham Horror, even though it doesn't love me. And Kate, I want to huge shout out to Kate for, she is my min-maxer, so she helps me keep on the straight and narrow to make sure that I'm doing these things correctly. Kate. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. So anyway, I'll let y'all get back to your evening. I'll do it in my accent. Well, let me try to see if I can do it in the accent from Arkham Horror. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And I'll insert comment here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.